Good evening, family. So how y'all doing? It's great to see you this evening on a Friday night. There's still folks coming in. You never know in St. Pete and in the Tampa Bay area about traffic, and you can try your best to call it, but I've come to realize it was like when I used to live in the Atlanta area. You just never know. So we welcome folks coming in that are still traveling on this Friday. All of those who are joining us online, we welcome you too. In fact, if you will, just a round of applause for everybody who's joining us online around the globe. Yes, I do have a cap on this evening. I do. This is my newsboy. This is my Scottish plaid. Aye, yes, it is. And we just welcome you all here this evening. Let me say thank you to our volunteers who are helping this evening with greeting and helping at the table and all of that out there. So we deeply appreciate all of them. Thank you to Jesse Powers coming down here. Yeah. You are going to be happy you decided to show up here this evening. You will be absolutely happy that you did, because Jessie, I'll just go ahead and say it. She is my favorite independent solo new thought artist and one of my favorite vocalists across the board, period. So and a songwriting machine, just so fantastic, and all kinds of really cool fandangle stuff. There's some stuff up here. I wanted to kind of just mess with it, and I thought, bad idea. Leave her stuff alone. So, but she'll show you what all this stuff does in just a little bit. I think at one point it gets up and walks around and gets a tip from you. Those who are joining online, speaking of tips, you will be able to do that this evening. You will be able to tip, and you'll be able to give financially toward this beautiful artistry. Take just a moment, if you will, and take a deep breath in. Give it back. In this moment, we bring ourselves into the heart space, the anahata, the heart chakra that sits behind this mechanism we call the heart that circulates the blood throughout the body. The anahata doesn't do that, but the anahata does circulate the power of the divine between heaven and earth. It is the bridge between the earth chakras and the consciousness, higher consciousness chakras. And we open up our hearts this evening. We bring the whole world into this circle of love and light and truth and oneness this evening. As I shared with Jessie earlier, she's here to help to usher in another level of healing, not just for us, but for the whole world. And we gather around her as she brings her powerful gift to this space this evening. And Holy Presence, we say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We've tried so hard to name you. We're sorry for that. And in that way, we've limited you, but we just take off all of the beliefs that have limited us this evening. And we expand as far out as we can. And we say, thank you, God. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Source. And so it is. So it is. I'm going to ask our own trio to come up here. They're going to warm up the room. Lisa, Karen, and Jane, bring your gifts and talents to us. Come on, we can do better than that. Let's hear it, y'all.
Good evening. Let's hear everybody. And now, welcome to the platform, Jesse Powers.
Hello, hello. This is my fun little looper pedal. You can all see it here. It's got a lot of buttons on it. And as you can see, I've pre-recorded many tracks because I was like, I'm not gonna stress myself out like that right now. So here we go. Punchline to a cosmic joke. Punchline to a cosmic joke. I've been running up this road for far too long, doing just what I was told, trying to do no wrong, but it became quite evident that I would never get it right. And now I'm guided by the fire inside. I pledge allegiance to the light. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep. I give to the light my soul to keep. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep, 'cause I've been up all night. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep. I give to the light my soul to keep. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep, 'cause I've been up all night. You can turn off all the lights, I don't mind. Me and darkness, we go way back. She's a friend of mine. And it's true, once you've been through the darkest night, you find it's the punchline to a cosmic joke, and there's no need to close your eyes. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep. I give to the light my soul to keep. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep, 'cause I've been up all night. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep. I give to the light my soul to keep. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep, 'cause I've been up all night. Well, hello there, St. Petersburg. Hi. So, one thing you're gonna learn very quickly about me is that I love when people sing with me. So, shake off all your resistance to that if you can, and sing with me. It's really more like a callback. You don't have to sing yet. So here we go. Ready? Everybody say, hey! It's time to wake up. Let's play. We gotta move. Everybody say, hey! It's time to shake up. 'Cause we got nothing to lose. Everybody say, hey, hey! It's time to wake up. So let's play, play. We gotta move. Everybody say, hey! It's time to shake up. 'Cause we got nothing to lose. Yeah, yeah. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep. I give to the light my soul to keep. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep, 'cause I've been up all night. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep. I give to the light my soul to keep. I'm awake, I won't go to sleep, 'cause I've been up all night. 'Cause I've been up all night. 'cause I've been up all night. I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake. Thank you so much. Well, that was a song I wrote about insomnia. I wish that was a joke. I've had some pretty severe insomnia for about 6 years now. It was right before the pandemic started, which I think is suspect. And about that time in my life, that was about the same time where I really started to understand some of the concepts that we talk about in churches like this, where we talk about you spot it, you got it, and your thoughts create your reality, and just understanding ourselves at a deeper level. And I started to realize that what I thought the world was not true. And I think I also started to realize that who I was also not who I really am. And so that was the beginning of an unraveling. And so I find it very symbolic that I started this constant relationship with the dark of the night when I was not sleeping, and at the same time was starting to form a deeper relationship with taking off my very innocent glasses and seeing some of the stuff that's really a part of our current reality. So, many of you have probably seen me before. Actually, can you raise your hand if you've been to one of my shows before? Oh yeah, okay, so y'all know how much I talk about boys at my shows. So, a lot of my songs were written about the guys that I've dated, and that was a big part of my spiritual path for many years. That has changed in the past 5 years, but if you had asked me when I was a little kid what I wanted more than anything in the world, y'all probably think I'm about to say to be a musician or to be an actress, which is what I was before I was a musician, by the way. But that's not true. What I wanted was to find my soulmate. And I thought that when I did, this the evil things in my life, the bad things, the negative things would all go away. And I would find this eternal place. And my relationships were meant to be my savior. And well, I found out that wasn't true, so. But this is a song about that. Left my love long ago. I thought I'd give myself a try. I wandered far away from home till I left my memories to find. I was gone so long I forgot I'd left, till I found myself in a stranger's eyes. I wouldn't trade that thrill for anything. All I wanted was to find myself, so I had to hide. And I said, how long did I live without you? How long, how long? He said, don't you worry, don't you cry. Let's make love all day, all night. I've been waiting for you all your life. Let's make love all day, all night. I wandered down a darkened path, and I learned to make my way alone. I learned to fight, I learned to run. Learned that every road leads straight back home. And he said, how long did you think you'd live without me? How long? How long? Don't you worry, don't you cry. Let's make love all day, all night. I've been waiting for you all your life. said, how long did I live without you? He said, you just needed time. And baby, isn't that the thrill of being alive? Remembering all the love you left behind. Don't you worry, don't you cry. Let's make love all day, all night. I've been waiting for you all your life. Let's make love all day, all night. Knew you were coming back home tonight, so I bought us a bottle of sweet red wine. Let's raise a glass to space and time, and let's make love all day, all night. 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 Thank you. So that'll be the last song about a boy that you hear tonight. I'm just kidding. There might be one more. I actually don't remember. I don't think so, though. So, you know, kind of what the hardest thing about this tour, by the way, y'all are the first stop on this tour. Yeah. And I want to give a big old shout out to Reverend John, who invited me to come down here, and who always is so supportive of my music, so thank you. So, this next song, I was going to say, the hardest thing about this was structuring how to play these songs and what stories to tell. Because all the stories weave together, you know how the story of your life, I mean, like, what details do you leave out and what details do you not, even if it's just a short period of your life, right? But what I'm going to do is kind of talk about all of these towers that I built, thinking that if I built my towers tall enough, that I would be able to touch that eternal place, and that I would leave all the darkness behind, and I would basically become enlightened. You know, that's really what I was looking for. And I conflated that with a lot of things in my life. And I think we all do that, so I walked into my therapist's office. This was an old therapist, not the one I currently have. That was a whole thing. Anyway, and I spent a lot of time, many years, with that therapist, and I spent a lot of time talking about my mom, my relationship with my mom. I found it to be so difficult. I grew up very enmeshed with her, and it was very hard for me to navigate an adult relationship. And I was in the middle of talking to him about her again. I was basically complaining, you know, and he was like, stop. He was like, do you love your mom? And I was like, yeah, of course I love my mom. What are you talking about? And he's like, no, you don't. Because all I ever hear is that you want her to be different. And I thought, dang, that's true. And so I kind of had to grieve this ideal that I had for my mother. And this song is about that. And so that was one of my towers. Like, when I fix my relationship with my mom, then everything's gonna be okay. So, by the way, we're great now. I just want to say that, my mom and I. We've worked really hard, so here we go. You got a heart like water, warm and clear. It's like I'm staring in a mirror, and it tells me things I'm afraid to hear. All this time I've been living just to show you how. Turns out we don't need saving, and you never did, and I know that now. And I wanted you to be different, so you might be easier to love. But love ain't about changing. Love ain't about changing. Love ain't about changing or changing anybody else. And it ain't love if you can't show yourself. Your words are glass, utterly breakable, and I see right through them. Oh, you try to hide, but I know you too well. Or do I? Or do I? And I try to be different, but I could never be different enough. 'Cause love ain't about changing. Love ain't about changing. Love ain't about changing or changing anybody else. And it ain't love if you can't show yourself. Who are you behind what I can see? And who are you beyond what I wish you could be to me? And have I ever really loved you? Or just the stories I create? It took me years, but now I realize they are not the same. Love ain't about changing. Love ain't about changing. Love ain't about changing or changing anybody else. It ain't love if you can't show yourself. Thank you. Thanks. So now we get to this part. So I have a couple of songs here. This one you've already heard, I'm sure. It's called The Love Song of Everything, and it really just invites you to breathe. I love nature, and I love that I can make metaphors from nature, and we can look to nature to guide us a lot of the time. Okay, that's all I'll say for right now. Here we go. I don't want to give words to this. Anything you have to interpret will only eclipse the heart of it. I just want to send it in sound with a wavelength clarity. Ooh, nothing I could ever say will resonate the same way that this love does in me. Inhale, exhale, breathe. That's your part.
that breath, don't forget that something is breathing you all through the night and beating your heart, and all through the day when you're not paying attention. And somewhere in the beat of your heart, there I am. Somewhere underneath all the war-torn believing, and there you have always been. It's something like a melody, it's something like a song, and it sings itself, and it's never wrong. Oh, everywhere it plays for me, it's always on repeat. It's the love song of everything. Inhale, exhale, breathe. It's not just there in my body, it's not just there in the thoughts that I think, it's there in the roots, in the skies, in the seas, in the irises, the wind and the wings, in the will be, the otherwise, the reason, the just because. And I am the song that I sing. Inhale, exhale, So that's like a really beautiful part of nature, right? I started following this Instagram account during this time period in the last few years, which caused this other tower to fall for me because I really saw nature as this like purely beautiful thing. I did not really think about all the terrible things that happen, right? And I started following this account. It's called Nature is Metal, and it is the most unbearable visions of nature, of just the way nature really is. It's its dark parts coming out. It's not the beautiful way the leaves flutter in the wind and a cute dog like Maxie, you know, like it's like gruesome and painful and hard, and there's suffering, and there's death. And I knew that intellectually, but it didn't register in my heart until this time, and I really had to grieve that as well. Because I was like, my beloved nature, you're always so gentle and beautiful, but also there's some hard things that happen. So I wrote this song called The Blessed Way. I was riding my bicycle one morning, and I have been very lucky to be graced with moments of spiritual revelation that are so clear. Some of them have been induced, but a lot of them have come about quite naturally. And so I was on my bicycle, and I just got struck by this, not by a car, I got struck by this flower. It was a white flower, and it was the first one in bloom. It was very early spring. And I thought, oh my God, something has become so clear to me. And in that moment, it was like my brain just like dialed back, and I was like, there is so much profoundness in the fact that there is darkness and there is light. And that maybe life is more about the profundity of things rather than trying to seek light all the time. I sat still and beheld of the silk upon the dogwood in the early morning light, and a story told to me long ago returned to something wordless as it started to unfold before my eyes. If you wait till all is right, till black folds to white, you live like a blind one. And if you hold your gaze to the sky, you'll see how the night gives birth to the sun. Day to night and night to day. And isn't that the blessed way? I lay still in the deep and fertile ground as my body turns to chaos, defeating all the life around. I am home, I'm at peace and I'm at rest, and it only took one lifetime to realize I'd never left here at all. If you wait till all is right, till black folds to white, you live like a blind one. If you hold your gaze to the sky, you'll see how the night gives birth to the sun. Day to night and night to day. And isn't that the blessed way? What is love but to open to the glory that an ordinary morning makes you weep? What is faith but to smile as the leaves change, knowing they'll return again in spring? Day to night and night to day. All of life comes from decay. Nothing goes and nothing stays. And isn't that the blessed way? Thank you. Thank you. How are we doing? Good? Okay, great. I'm so glad. Well, I like, as I was singing that song, I kind of was just thinking about a lot of things I've been saying, some of these same things I've been thinking about, which is just, there's a lot of darkness for a lot of us right now. Some people don't feel that way, but some people do. And there's a lot of chaos and confusion. And if I've learned anything from my personal journey so far, having my inner world completely unravel and all my beliefs completely tossed out the window and proven otherwise, it's that there is strength in leaning into dark times. And there's knowledge and wisdom to be gained from that. And that's what I get from nature now. I mean, besides all the pretty things too. But that being said, there was another thing that I thought, if I just do this, then if I do this enough, then my life will be, I don't know, perfect. I think I always just thought that there were these things that would get me to this place where I wouldn't have to worry anymore, and I wouldn't have any of these fears or anxieties. And one of those things for me was being good. I grew up as an extremely compliant child, and I tried really hard to be good, and I really believed, like, just only good, right? I really believed that I was like, I could do it, and that I could get rid of my, you know, my evil, bad parts about me or whatever. Well, that's not true. Yeah, that's not true. And, you know, it was during this time that I was seeing this therapist that I really started to lean into that. And he really encouraged me, you know, he's like, it's basically shadow work. You know, he's like, you've got this stuff that you have pushed away for so long because you think your identity is being the perfect goody two-shoes kid, you know, and in there is where your power lies. And I was like, oh God, what am I supposed to do with that? So I was like, well, do I gotta do some bad stuff? And you know, I'm 33 years old. Okay, this was like 5 years ago. But I was only on the spiritual path for like 5 years, because I grew up in a pretty atheist household. And so I was like, well, maybe I do. Maybe I just need to find some like kind of bad stuff to do. So I started thinking like, well, how do I sneak into a movie, you know? Or like I would go to the grocery store and I would take the tags off my avocados and I would scan them as regular instead of organic, even though they were organic. Because I know you only put the 9 in front, right? I feel like there's people in here that did that today and they feel called out. Tom is raising his hand. So I did some bad stuff. I did some stuff that I look back and I'm like, wow, I really shouldn't have done that. And there's some regret, but the power and the groundedness that I have gotten from exploring those parts of myself can't be beat, honestly. So I'm like, fine, great, that's okay. And, you know, along the way, I also learned this thing called boundaries, which people who are really compliant and codependent have a real big problem with. Not that anyone in here has a problem with boundaries, but, so anyway, as I started to explore this other part of me, friends and people in my life were kind of like, who are you? Who are you? I thought you were so nice and just always so gentle and people who don't have boundaries themselves really don't like it when you set boundaries. So this is a song about some of that. It's called Clean. I've been told that I've become cold-hearted mostly by those who borrowed my coat and then watched me freeze. It's been said that she was a sweet, sweet girl, and then she went stale and went off the rails, and now she can't get clean. Clean, pure, sure as the American dream. But it wasn't what it seemed. Now I'm dancing, dancing in the sunlight, bright as the day I came. But on my hands and marks on my record and a heart that's been reclaimed. And if all those mistakes and all those regrets were the price of freedom, then, well, I bow my head to the holy dirt and pray I'll never clean again. I got ghosts in every state across the country. Lovers and friends liked me better when I would play their stupid games. But I got tired of telling the tales of black and white when it became clear everyone's a hero and a victim and a villain and a lover all the same. Clean, nice little slice of Miss American pie. But I was dying on the inside. And now I'm dancing, dancing in the sunlight, bright as the day I came. But on my hands and marks on my record and a heart that's been reclaimed. And if all those mistakes and all those regrets were the price of freedom, then, well, I bow my head to the holy dirt and pray I'll never clean again. like a PG-13 film scene, preteen magazine, pageant queen. Clean like the good girl I was. Could have been loved if I wasn't such a human being. I was a canvas, porous and blank. You held the brushes and the pastel paints. Left out the dark brown, black and gray, trying to make me into something that you never became. And it's only when you got a sunny day in mind that you curse at the clouds but just hanging in the sky. Why do you curse me? What kind of pawn am I? Some kind of surrogate to finally get your perfect life? Did you ever think maybe it ain't meant to be? Perfection ain't nothing but an errant dream, sold to us to benefit the mighty and high. And I bet Jesus screamed, I bet Gandhi lied. And we're all made of earth, we're all made of salt. Everybody's got dirt and it's no one's fault. Didn't ask for winter and we can't kill the night. So don't crucify me just 'cause you can't handle life. It was a clean joke, biggest hoax of the Western mind. And I ain't fallen for it twice. And now I'm dancing, dancing in the sunlight, bright as the day I came. Mud on my hands and marks on my record and a heart that's been reclaimed. And if all those mistakes and all those regrets were the price of freedom, then well, I bow my head to the holy dirt, 'cause I know its power and I know its worth, and I lay prostrate on the sacred earth and pray I'm never clean again. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so happy that I finally finished that song. So many of my songs come out so quickly. And that one took years. I mean, I'm also a pet sitter when I'm at home. So I'd be sitting there walking dogs and be like, clean like a PG-13. You know, I'm like, what is it? I have so many voice memos of all these lyrics I came up with. So my mouth was getting so dry during that also. I'm so glad I made it through. Okay. So I'll just broaden the picture a little more. I don't want to talk too much. I have a fear of talking too much. But so we've got, you know, these things I've built up in my mind. If I find my soulmate, then life is going to be fine. If I repair my relationship with my mom, my life is going to be fine. Which is funny because it was after I lost, you know, this fantasy of the soulmate thing, and I kind of started doing the work of why I always had the relationships that I had, and I was like, it's because of my relationship with my mom. So if I fix that, then the other thing will get no. So you know, but it is ironic because not ironic, maybe magical, because as soon as I started to let go of what I wanted my mom to be and everyone in my life, I just have so much more peace, and I'm so much more able to connect with them. And I had to lean into that grief and that darkness and those sad times and let that thing die, let that fantasy die. So we've got that. We've got the romance, we've got my mom, we've got being a goody two-shoes and trying to be the most perfect person in the world and sacrificing myself for everything and literally trying to be Jesus Christ. Right. I was like, if I just suffer enough, life is going to be great for me later. You know, but you know what? I feel lucky. Like, I'm 33 years old and I'm figuring it out right now. You know, like, thank you. Thanks. I attribute that to it being my complete obsession to understand this whole life thing, and I think about it all the time, every day, which is why I write so many songs about it. So. Anyway, so we got that. We got nature, my beloved nature. There were so many things that happened during that time. I went to India, and I went for a month, and everyone was so funny. They were like, you are going to love it there. It is so beautiful and peaceful, and there's just like, not peaceful, but spiritual, and you're going to just love the meditations and all that stuff. I have never given the middle finger to someone in my life, like seriously, but I did so many times when I was there. And I'll tell you why. Because the culture is different over there. Most people in India do not have a spatial bubble, so they get really close to you, right? But also, and this is kind of sad, but over there they have in every store cream for people to whiten their skin because they believe that white people are angels walking the earth. And I had many, many Indian women tell me, oh my God, your skin is so beautiful. And I was like, your skin is beautiful. I mean, God, they're beautiful women. And they're just like, no, it's ugly. So anyway, being a white person, I went to many small villages and I got followed. People were asking me for selfies. I think 100 people asked me for selfies while I was there. Probably more than that. Yeah, so I felt very unsafe while I was there. And it was just so interesting because my lesson to learn when I went to India was how to be a bitch when I had to be. Because I was traveling by myself. So you can't be too nice, when you're traveling by yourself. So anyway, while I was there, life here was just going on. And I had kind of built up this vision in my mind that my music had to be had to be. And I think, again, I thought, this is God is challenging me and pushing me to put this music out, and this is my destiny, and this is what I have to be doing. And it did not feel like a choice at all. And it felt very dissatisfying in a lot of ways because it didn't feel like a choice. But then I was gone for a month, and it was like nobody really cared. And I was like, wow, I have a huge ego, don't I? But, I had to grieve that too, because I was like, oh, I literally could just stay in India and never make music again, and everyone would be okay. It was, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm so amazing, I'm so great. It was like this inner calling, this feeling that if I did what God wanted me to, right? I grew up in South Carolina. Okay, I told you I grew up in sort of an atheist household. But I got the residual Southern Baptist guilt. 100%. 100%. And so I was like, if I don't do this, then I'm disobeying this, spirit or God, and I'll be, I won't be on my path, and I won't be aligned, and I'll be, my life will be horrible. So anyway, that fell apart too. So then I was like, well, I don't really have a purpose. What am I doing anyway? Then I got COVID, and if you have gotten COVID and you've gotten the fatigue from COVID, you realize your productivity goes down like that. And I became the most unproductive person. And I was like, okay, can't produce anything, don't know if I'm even supposed to be a musician, have no real holy calling, not believing in soulmates anymore, given up on my mom, this ideal relationship with my mom, given up on ideal relationships everywhere, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, nature is cruel and horrible. Cool. So I was really stuck. And there was this Ram Dass lecture. It was just an 8-minute segment. I played it over and over again every single night, and I would just cry. And it was about that. It was about how when you fall apart, when everything falls apart and you stand up for what you thought was right and what you thought was true, and it proves to be otherwise, it's a dark night of the soul, and all you can do is let go. And I was like, well, I'm not sleeping anyway, so I can't really do anything or be a real person, so I guess that's what I'm gonna do. And so in the middle of this journey, I knew that more towers were gonna be falling, and I was going to continue to have to let go of the way I thought things were supposed to be and who I thought I was. But I will say this, though I was not writing very much at the time, I did write a few things. One of those things is my favorite song to do in a group of people, which you've heard before. So we're gonna do it. It's just a peppy song to sing even when you don't feel like you have a purpose in life. Oh, I forgot to teach you the part. Okay, on 3, I want you to go, huh! You guys know it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. Oh, wow. That was like really great. Wow. That was so tight. It was almost like one voice. I wake up early to the morning sun. I don't know how it does it every day. It rises up and then it falls again. Born only to die away. Look in the mirror and I see myself. I don't know how I do it every day. Standing on this big blue rock, not knowing what I'm doing here. Still believing there's a reason, keep on keeping on my way. Yeah. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I'm gonna show up and show out in this life. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Sing that. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Look at the clock, it's running day and night. Got no control in those little clock hands. A little soldier just marching through time. I'm so glad I am not a clock, I am alive and I can choose to dance. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I'm gonna show up, show out in this life. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Everybody get up, sing it. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Oh, get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. Say, I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, and I'm ready to play. Yeah, everybody, get up. Why? Because it's a beautiful day, even if you don't know what you're doing. Everybody, get up, because it's a beautiful day. Yeah, yeah. Everybody get up, oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up, oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Thank you. Music is so amazing. It's just, I feel so blessed to be a musician, because if I can be in the situation that I was in and that song comes out, I'm like, it's healing, you know? And I'm like, I don't know how much of it is me or me, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I'm just really grateful to be doing what I'm doing. So, how are we? Okay, great. So, there were many more things that fell down around me, but the hardest one was my spirituality. And I had to take a long break from all the manifesting and all the affirmations and even some gratitude. Sometimes I was just like, I'm not feeling it, and I have to be honest about where I was at. You know, I had to be honest about that. I couldn't force it anymore, because otherwise I would just get back into the same predicament I was in, where I had all these things I had pushed away, you know. And I think the thing that really made me question it the most was that I realized that everything that I had in my spirituality, except those very small, miraculous moments of presence, was all mental. I had read every book All of them. And I had thought so much about it. And I was like, I don't want to think about this anymore. I want to feel it. I want it to be real. Because all those thoughts are just more fantasies and illusions and things I'm building up. It's not the real thing. So this song is about that. It's about when I put all my spirituality books in the basement. They're in the center of my soul. I can feel you all around me. Something holy and untold. But I hear it perfectly. Somehow. In the sweetness of now, I can see I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Here and now, I can see I was made perfectly. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Beyond books and words and songs, at the gate of all my longing, leaving certainty behind. I take one step and you come running. It's clear. Ooh, in the deepness of here, I can see you were made in the image. You were made in the image of love. You were made in the image. You were made in the image of love. Here and now, I can see you were made beautifully. You were made in the image. You were made in the image of love. Love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Oh, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Please, love, flow like water. Love, move in me. We were made in the image. We were made in the image of love. We were made in the image. We were made in the image of love. Here and now, I can see we were made perfectly. We were made in the image. We were made in the image of love. I'm very excited about this next song. I've never done it before in front of people. I wrote. Oh my God. Strap is unreliable. I wrote this song a while ago, many years ago. You know, once all those things happened and I really didn't have anything on the inside, it was funny. It was like I was trying to describe it to people in my life, it was like I was a tree that had been uprooted, but very recently, so the leaves were still green. So that the outside of my life pretty much looked the same, but the inside, there was no story feeding any of this anymore. So there wasn't a sense of meaning, really. But I wrote this song a long time ago, and I just love, Ram Dass talks about how, as a lot of the times Americans or United Statesians, Westerners, we tend to buy the concepts of spirituality with our mind before we buy them with our heart. And I think this song was written so long ago because I had the concept, but I didn't have the heart. And so I feel like I've reached the point where I finally got it. I was like, oh, that's what that song is about. And it's funny, I've done that a lot of times to myself. And I always love when that happens. So there's a part in here where I will kind of sing. Don't be alarmed. I'll try to act it out as much as possible so you understand what's going on. Paranoid. Okay.
Another day goes by, will I say yes to myself? Or will I hide in my mind and leave my soul on the shelf? Another moment drifts and I'm rifling in the past. Just more time that I won't get back. Everything in my body said jump. There was a love between my feet and solid ground. Now every footprint I make is a romance fading out. But there's a lesson in every barefoot summer fling. Something unsure.
but everything in my body said, jump. Everything in my body said, hydrate just now. So dry. So I reached the point where I had to jump, and I had to let go of all these things. I have a fun song next, super fun. I mean, that was pretty fun. I got to jump off a cliff in front of you, but... Did you get it? Okay, good. I was like, you know, I have a degree in theater, but that was a long time ago, so maybe I'm not good at it now, I don't know. Okay, do we all know the 4 agreements? Do we know them? Thank you, Reggie. Number 1, be impeccable with your word. Who knows the next one? Don't take things personally. What's the 3rd one? Don't make any assumptions. Somebody said it. Always do your best. So, shameless plug, I am the music director and co-lead of Next Gen, which is a Center for Spiritual Living affiliated young adult group. We hold a retreat every year. I have in previous years been the musician, but my time has come now to step into leadership and welcome other musicians in. So I had a friend, her name was Jessica, actually, because it's with a Y, that's what we call her. She was doing a workshop on the 4 agreements. So for the retreat last year, I wrote this song, and please echo what I say. Okay, it's a chanty thing. Sing along. Well, it's more like repeat after me. I feel like a DJ. All right. Here we go. We'll start with using our word impeccably. I use my word impeccably. I speak my truth, and I say what I mean. These 4 things I promise to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. These 4 things I promise to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. I don't take things personally. I know it ain't usually about me. I don't assume, 'cause you know what that means. And I'm gonna say it. Won't make an ass out of you and me. These 4 things I promise to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. These 4 things I promise to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. I do my best on the daily, 'cause the world needs more excellence. See, these 4 things I promise to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. These 4 things I promise to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. Okay, now I'm going to teach you a part. We're going to divide the room up, although there's more people on this side. Who likes to sing high? Who's soprano? Okay, very small amount of you. Sopranos, are you loud sopranos? Okay. We'll say the Sopranos will take part number 2, as well as this side of the room. So if you're a soprano and you're on this side of the room, sorry, you're not special. Anyway, okay, so the first part is you over here minus the Sopranos. And it goes like this. It's the chorus, okay? What I was singing before. So, like, these 4 things I promised to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. Is that too much? Promise to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. Do it one more time. These 4 things I promised to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. You got it. Okay, now, over here, do your best, right? That's our 4th agreement. We're going to do our best, even if you don't like to sing high. It goes like this. Oh, this is love. This is love in the highest degree. Oh, this is love. This is love that I'm promising me. Right? Oh, this is love. This is love in the highest degree. And the next one's promising me. Oh, this is love. This is love that I'm promising me. Okay, where are my sopranos over here? Were you singing? Okay, great, perfect. All right, let's turn this down. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is love. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not a director. Okay, here we go. Okay, you start. Can you all start at the same time? Is that a thing? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, yes. Louder. Yes. Amazing. These 4 things I promised to me. My life is getting better with these 4 things. Oh, this is love. This is love that I'm promising me. Great. Thank you so much for playing along with me. That was fun. That was great. You guys sounded good. I'm like happy that you picked it up like that. I've been accused of having too many words in my songs. Where did they get that idea? Okay. Anyway. So, I played that because during this time when I was so lost, I had that book and I at least went back to that and I was like, all right, if I'm doing nothing else, I agree with these 4 points here and I will do those. So it's my only real guidance after so much chaos, during so much chaos. So, what is it, 8? It's 8:17. All right. I didn't know if I was going to do this song, but I guess I am. So, one of the residual things, these beliefs that kept falling apart, one more was that I had an eating disorder for many years. I'll just be very transparent about that. And, the word control pops up a lot when you're healing from eating disorders because the idea is that you're trying to control something in your life because we can kind of sense what all these things that kind of feel out of our control, right? So subconsciously, there's all these things we're trying to grasp at. And so I went through I would probably say it was probably 2 decades, honestly. It started when I was really young, of body dysmorphia, starvation, dieting, binging, purging. And I'm so grateful because this past year, I finally feel like I have stopped looking to my eating habits and my exercise and my aesthetics for my comfort and my reassurance that I'm okay. Thanks. Thank you. So, I'm just gonna play one song I wrote. It was one of the first songs I ever wrote. It was a very long time ago. And it's sad, but sometimes you need a sad song. We're having too much fun, so now I'm gonna sing a song about my body dysmorphia. I guess I should say also that part of this struggle for me, one of my behaviors was lying on the floor and spreading out all of my limbs so that none of them touched me because I felt like they were too big. And that's in this song, so. Tear it limb from limb, take it piece by piece, hold it to the light, see from underneath, reason tightly wrapped away in tapes unwound in your head. You've done it to yourself and now nobody else can put you together again. This is not my body anymore. This is not my body anymore. I can't feel a thing when I am prostrate on the floor, 'cause this is not my body anymore. Stir your mind around like a roulette wheel. Who knows when you'll catch a break to let your dignity heal. Skin is tightly woven in, stretch marks fresh and deep. When did you let yourself forget to let your demons sleep? This is not my body anymore. This is not my body anymore. I can't feel a thing when I am prostrate on the floor, 'cause this is not my body anymore. This is not my body anymore. This is not my body anymore. No, please don't touch me there. No, please, please, please don't touch me anywhere. 'Cause this is not my body anymore. This is not my body anymore. I can't feel a thing when I am prostrate on the floor, 'cause this is not my body anymore. This is not my body anymore. This is not my body anymore. Thanks. I just want to say, I hope that I should have said the bridge is not a reference to anything violating. So I don't want to trigger anyone. Just so you know, it's not about that. It's about how I felt so much shame about my body. I didn't even want people to touch me. Like, I was just like, I'm disgusting, basically. So that has changed, as I said. And, you know, it really helped for me to think about my body as something sacred. and capable of more than just, you know, attracting guys. There is a beating in my chest. It's an ancient and familiar steadiness. There is a presence in every step. The meaning of love is just an ordinary breath. See, hear, taste, feel. Baby, that's how I know love is real. Life is sweet sensation. There's a million miracles that I could call my body. There's a million beautiful things that it can do. There's so many ways I get to play, and I'm grateful every day. But my favorite way, the greatest thing I do, is I get to love you. Yeah, I get to love you. I lost it. Where is it? There it is. Sorry. I can climb mountains with these hands. I can write poetry and sweet talk my house plans. I can write a pop song that'll make you wanna dance. I can make a difference. I can make romance. Yeah, see, hear, taste, feel. Baby, that's how I know love is real. Life is sweet sensation. There's a million miracles that I could call my body. There's a million beautiful things that it can do. There's so many ways I get to play, and I'm grateful every day. But my favorite way, the greatest thing I do, is I get to love you. Yeah. You're a feast for the senses, sweet release from the tension. You free my mind, so I sit back, enjoy the view. Give me music, give me feeling, give me that technicolor healing. Oh, your love is enough to get me through. See, hear, taste, feel. Baby, that's how I know love is real. Life is sweet sensation. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I've got 3 more. Is that cool? It's almost 9:30, or 8:30, not 9:30. Is that cool? I don't want to go. Okay, I don't want to disrespect. I mean, if you have to go, then go, you know. Not going to hurt my feelings. It will a little, but I'll get over it. Oh, thanks. I love you. All right. So, these next 3 songs are sort of my answers to what's going on right now. There's a lot going on right now. And it's very reflective of what I have been personally been going through. My sister was talking to me the other day. She was like, I just feel numb because I thought that there were rules, and I thought that there were processes to get to where you want to be, and I thought that if you're honest and you work hard and you're educated and you're smart and you're well spoken, then people will support that, and that would win out over lying and manipulation and all the other stuff. And that's just not true, you know? And I'm so aware that as I say this, it's not that not everyone is experiencing that. Not everyone is experiencing it that way. And some people feel right now like it's a holy revolution and something that's great. And hard to reckon with that. And so when things just don't make sense anymore, you know, there's a jumping off point to the letting go. And then I think after that, it's our job to let the spirit that we know shine through all the time. Hold on, sorry. I set that up so nicely. It's more important that it's in tune. Otherwise, you'll be like, God, that E string. This is why I need roadies, so they can be constantly tuning my guitars. I have multiple guitars up here. That's how Ed Sheeran does it. John, is that in tune? Yes, thank you. Okay, here we go. Let the light come through. Like a door wide open. Let it all be new. All that once was broken. Let the light come through. Like a hearth in winter. Let it fill the room, ever warm and tender. It lives in me, it lives in you. So let the light come through. Let the light come through. Like a sacred morning, all hope renewed. See the world transforming, illuminate the places in the dark, and let your life be like a blazing star. Remember that the light is where you are. It lives in me, it lives in you. So let the light come through. Let the light come through. There's no need for hiding. It was always you. Ever golden shining, illuminate the places in the dark. Star. Remember that the Thank you. Okay, a couple things I want to say. One, thank you to John, who has been on the board the whole night. Give a round of applause for Reverend John Scott. A true Renaissance man. He can do anything. I'll take this moment now. I've got two songs left, but I'll take this moment now. You all received business cards when you walked in, right? 2 business cards? Fantastic. Right now, can you do me the biggest favor ever? Take out those business cards. Take the one that has me sitting on against a wall with my guitar, and scan the QR code. Does everyone know how to do that? I mean, I'm just asking. No shame. With your camera, scan the QR code. There is a menu there, and I mean it in real time right now. Get your phones out. Yeah, I see you, Tim. Oh, you didn't? Oh, I'll give you some tomorrow. We're gonna have lunch later. Tomorrow. Okay, so if you go to that, there's a menu. You will see a few buttons. One of them says subscribe. Please press that button and put your email in so that I can send you updates about when I will come back, what I am doing, new music that comes out, all that stuff. I don't send spam. I sometimes have to remember to send emails, so you won't be inundated with a bunch of dumb stuff. The other thing on there's a button that says write a review. I would love your feedback. All of it, the negative, the positive. I'm still early on in my career, and I'm looking for more ways to continue to grow and serve crowds like you. And these church church congregations and communities are exactly the place where my music can be heard the best, because I don't sing in bars, because you could probably tell why. Like, nobody wants to hear about your eating disorder in a bar, you know? Not that you necessarily want to know about it either, but so please leave me a review, just let me know what you thought, how the show impacted you, what I can improve on, all that stuff. You don't have to leave your name, so you can be as mean as you want, and I won't know. And then the second thing is there's the other business card. It's red. It's me with my guitar, and I'm in a red dress, and I'm walking, boom, boom. I am starting a campaign. This is what I do for a living. So I live in Columbus, Ohio. I tour all around the country singing at spiritual centers, retreats, and unity churches. And I have so many songs. I have been writing for so long, and they just come up. I just new ones all the time. But recording costs for songs is extensive. There's a platform called Patreon, which is a monthly donation subscription, essentially. And I'm looking for 1,000 people to donate $5 a month so that I can produce my songs and you can actually have them streaming. Because almost all of these are new, and I don't have the money to produce them. So I would love the support if you would be so kind. Think about it, consider it. It goes to a great cause. I have many amazing local musicians who have the same vibe, and think with that compassion and feel, have that heart behind the music. And that's who I want to put money in their pockets to help me make these records and feed their families. So that's what it'll be going to. All right. We're done with that guitar. Okay. I recently changed the lyrics to this song. But this kind of wraps up the whole thing. All my towers decimated, and I'm sitting in the ashes. And the gift that the darkness brought for me. And what I invite all of us to do, to lean into that and to get the gifts from the dark.
eyes closed, running in the open fields. I go running in the open fields. I'm remembering who I am. I dreamed my day would come, and I would touch the sky and float in endless love, live in the endless high. I built a masterpiece of towers safe and tall, from all I once believed, and then I watched it fall. And the darkness came and the city did burn, and I sat in the ash and the tears and the hurt. I screamed in the face of the great unknown, and it said, "You don't get it, I'm taking you home." The darkness came and the night did fall, but it brought the sweetest fruit of all. I need no towers and I need no high. I am all that I wanted, I am sky. I am sky. I am sky. I am sky. And now I dance through life in shapes of question marks. The choreography of sacred light and dark. And the darkness came and the city did burn, and I sat in the ash and the tears and the hurt. I screamed in the face of the great unknown, and it said, "You don't get it, I'm taking you home." The darkness came and the night did fall, but it brought the sweetest truth of all. I need no towers and I need no high. I am all that I wanted, I am sky. I am sky. I am sky. I go running in the open fields. I go running in the open fields. Eyes closed, running in the open fields. I go running in the open fields. I'm remembering who I am. I go running in the open fields. Eyes closed, running in the open fields. I go running in the open fields. I'm remembering who I am. I go running in the open fields. Eyes closed, running in the open fields. I go running in the open fields. I'm remembering who I am. Thank you.
Thank you. I meant to preface that with a fun fact, which is that when I was in high school, my drama teacher used to make us do all these things. Make us do all these things. He would give us these assignments, and offhand one day we were talking about spontaneity, and we were talking about just sort of leaping over the discomfort of doing something and just doing it, right? And he offered this really just random thing that he said that I never forgot. He talked about if you really want to feel what it's like to trust, like with improv and trusting your fellow castmates, go into a field and close your eyes and run. And I've never run with my eyes closed, but I have walked with my eyes closed. It's amazing. You should try it. Find a road that nobody walks down, nobody drives down, and do it, because there's something about it, just being in that dark, behind your eyelids, and totally trusting what's going on. It's crazy. All right. So, recently I went to an ecstatic dance event, and it was super fun. Also, just thanks for being here so much. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you. It just means so much that there are ears to listen to these songs. I know some of them are kind of wacky. Some people might be like, well, that's weird. What does that mean? Please ask me if you have any questions. Also, shameless plug, there's a merch table outside with a lot of new stuff on it. I designed some greeting cards with my lyrics on them. Got stickers and sweaters and all kinds of stuff. So, I was at this ecstatic dance event, and just reminded me, like, man, yeah, when I'm all up in my head, or I'm just all feeling part of the chaos, dancing is such a good solution. Please dance if you feel so inclined, by the way. I feel the spirit rising up in me, from the center of the earth right through my feet. It's creeping in like a holy thriller night, and I'm moonwalk till the muse consumes my mind, yeah. It's been a long time coming to feel this way. I finally found the strength to break this cage. Can't stop, won't stop, can't stop the groove. Now, look out, there's an animal on the loose. Ooh, dance, 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 dance on, let's dance, dance, dance to this beat. Come on, let's dance, 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 come on, let's dance, 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 everybody, let's dance, dance, dance till we're free. 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 I had this thought when I was dancing. I thought, a lot of times when I'm dancing, my thoughts kind of disappear, which is funny because I was thinking something at the moment. But my thoughts disappear, and I thought, well, what would it be like if my thoughts walked out into the room, and would they dance with me, or would they be all weird? And maybe they'd be all like, my thoughts all walk out awkwardly. They got no space when the love invades my mind, and I lock eyes with my anxiety. And I say, you're no match for the booty shaking. You're no match for the queen of swing. So come groove with the moves I'm making. Come on, baby, let's swing this thing. Dance, dance, dance. Come on, let's dance, dance, dance. Everybody, let's dance, dance, dance to this beat. Come on, let's dance, dance, dance. Everybody, let's dance, dance, dance. Everybody, let's dance, dance, dance till we're free. Dance till we're free. Dance, dance, dance.
shaking. You know, match for the queen of bop. So come groove with the moves I'm making.
Okay, let's take it from the top. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessie Cowell Scott.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much for listening and for being the first audience on this tour and the first ears to hear so many of these songs. It means so much. Have a wonderful night.
Have a wonderful night. We'll see you this Sunday. Jessie's going to be here with us Sunday.
Yes, I will. It's true.
Have a wonderful weekend, family.